Welcome, race fans, to the Core GT Season 12 Round 7 here at Virginia International Raceway. I'm Jack Peterson, followed with Alan Golson. We're looking to have another fun night tonight. Um, Virginia, obviously, very exciting track. Everything from tight hairpin turn 1 to the snake going up the hill, and then you get to Oak Tree, going on that long back stretch into the roller coaster and have a little fun chicane section before getting back on the front stretch. This is one of my personal favorites. I know a lot of drivers either love this track or hate this track, so I guess tonight we will find out which one's which. How you feeling tonight, Alan? Yes, it will. I'm also checking in, making sure audios are right. I do not hear you, which is always having fun at the start of all these races. Um, Figure out why that is. We appreciate you guys standing by for us while we try and figure out why we cannot hear my other commentator, Alan, tonight. Very sorry about that. Wonder. Go one more time, Alan. Well, we're gonna try our best to get that out of the way. If not, you might just be stuck with me tonight. Sorry about that. Christopher Hamilton going in your pole position at the moment. He is currently in a rookie division, but he's going to be in that pace with the platinum drivers as he is not normally running in core on Thursdays. But we will definitely keep an eye on him. He will be a top contender for tonight, as Mason Smith, Ricky Renner, of course, are going to be right there too. Dave Tilford and Nick Nickerson, however, are looking quite nice. So we'll see these drivers put in some more lap times. This is only their first of few, so just keep an eye on our split times at the bottom there, and we'll be able to see what's going on with your favorite driver. My bad, yes. I can hear you fine. I muted my mic thinking that you could hear me for some reason.
Sounds good.
All right, race fans, sorry about that. Sounds like it might just be me tonight, and just try to figure out everything we can. But unfortunately, Alan cannot join us, so we are going to go green here in 1 second. So, yep, we have Christopher Hamilton on pole with Mason Smith right in second place, Nick Nickerson in third. And yeah, we're about to go green here tonight at VIR. And green
And we're
flag.
green.
So Christopher Hamilton taking that pole position, going down the inside there, with Nick Nickerson, Mason Smith going side by side. Sounds like I have Alan back with me tonight, so whatever we did, we must have fixed it. So looking like Chris Hamilton looking pretty good there. Looking down the field, I think we're getting pretty good side-by-side racing. Nathan Nickerson and Evan Dyes, I think that is.
I think that's Mason Smith. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent you a message. So yeah, I think it was just Discord with
Sweet.
OBS.
Yep, looking good. So yeah, we have Nathan Nickerson, Evan Dyes going side by side up the hill. Looking pretty good. All these racers, probably about 8th all the way down to 20th, looking nice and tight with each other. As Christopher Hamilton pulling a early gap to Nick Nickerson, about a 1 second gap. Mason Smith, Ricky Renner close behind Nick. So these guys will surely want to start biting at the chomps of Chris here in a little bit. Try and get by Nick. So, yeah, anyways, now that our introduction has got cut short just a little bit, yeah, Alan, what are your predictions for tonight? I know we kind of started, but what's been on your mind about what's going to happen?
You know what? It'd be great if I'm looking for the Ricky Mason fight again tonight. I mean, we'll see. Oh, what do you think? You think they're going to have another, close battle?
Man, I hope so. These guys, they're getting really close constantly. But with Christopher Hamilton joining the fight tonight, it's going to be a slugfest for them. They're going to have to really work hard at it. Nick Nickerson looking pretty strong tonight as well. So we'll see how these drivers can cope with that. And they might just have to live with not getting in that first place position tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think Chris Hamilton's really going to throw it in the mix. Obviously, Ellie said Nick Nickerson's up there, currently in P2. I mean, all those guys are really close. Like, see Austin Dilt's up there as well. Herbert Pineda right behind him.
Yep. As looks like Nick Nickerson giving up 2 positions there. I think he hit the brakes going on the straight. I wonder what that's all about. Maybe he's trying to fuel save a little bit. There might be a strategy that we don't know. But that allows Mason and Ricky both through. So, very interesting to see that happen.
Doesn't look like we had too many crazy issues here at the start. you know, for turn one or anything like that. It's like Eric Martin had a little bit of an issue going off track. Cody Chasm unfortunately had a crash. Ozzy Fazzillo. But it looks like that's about it. Everyone else has been keeping it on the track here at VIR for your first couple of laps.
So that's what happened with Cody, just getting a little turn there on Oak Tree right before they go up the hill. But yeah, tough break for him.
Yep.
Should be back going here. Racing rookies still close together, but Christopher Hamilton still pulling that 2-second gap. So he's definitely putting pedal to the metal tonight.
They'll have a lot of really close battles going on. I wonder what happened to Casey's show there. Looks like he had maybe a little bit of an issue. Just going off track.
Yeah, going down the roller
See.
coaster.
Yep.
Came in a little hot in the grass. And... Oof.
That allowed Fozzie Fazzillo and Alex Jaspers to gain a position there.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Take a close look at this battle up front here. Mr. Hamilton still pulling a little bit, about 10 seconds. Lap here, just about, but second through fourth looking really close, and sixth may get into the mix here.
In your lower right-hand corner, we got Evan Dyes, Morgan Smith, Thomas Brazy, and Brady Carlson, and Clayton Montgomery all in a bit of a battle there as they go down the straight.
Absolutely right. Yeah, looking like Clayton Montgomery. I think he was a late entry tonight. I don't remember seeing him in practice. So he's started 14th, so he's going to try and make up some positions to get up front.
Yep. Please let us know who your favorite driver is. If there's anyone specific you guys want to see in the chat, we'll get that going for you. Josh Betts, I believe you just made the move on Josh Anderson for P16.
As yeah, still have the top five really close together. Looks like Herbert Pineda, I'm sorry, is dropping back just a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like P5 and P6 are getting a little bit of a gap to Nick Nickerson, currently in P4, your top gold driver right now.
Looking really good. Hop down a little bit. Hop in with John Crane. He's looking pretty racy with Fozzie Fazzillo up front.
Yep.
And that very nice Pepsi-looking McLaren. Might get a good draft up the straight here. Now the McLaren's always been pretty reliable under the draft, but surprisingly enough, VIR doesn't really allow much for drafting, and it's pretty hard to pass before getting into the roller coaster section with these GT3 cars.
Absolutely. Look at that, John Crane trying to put the pressure on Fozzie Fazzillo right now.
Absolutely. And so we'll have a couple cameras here with this battle. It's a pretty good looking train that we're having, so kind kind of go back and forth with it between them and John Crane. And it looks like, dang, Alex Jaspers and John Crane getting in together. Looks like Alex Jaspers got a little too overzealous there on turn 1 there, and
that's unfortunate.
Ended up taking out John Crane. It's a tough break for him, but he'll keep going. He'll still try and finish this race tonight. Down the front stretch here, Clinton Montgomery still trying to get in with James Molyneux. The bronze driver showing a pretty good display of talent, keeping Clayton Montgomery behind. Clayton winning a few races early on this season, hasn't shown up that much, but he's back now. He's going to want to make a stake for, the lead of this race, but he's going to keep getting trouble from James. Each lap goes by, that's one lap less to get in front. So very interesting what we're seeing tonight.
Get Mason Smith and Ricky Rayner right on top of each other again. Looks like Mason is setting a little bit faster of a pace than Ricky, but that could just be Ricky saving fuel.
Yeah, absolutely. Ricky showing a little bit of a decent pace, just sticking behind him with that draft. They are getting a little bit closer to Christopher Hamilton, though. That gap is starting to drop a little bit, as you can see in your top left screen, part of the screen. Now down to a second and a half. So Ricky and Mason maybe doing a little bit of teamwork, try and catch back up to Christopher Hamilton.
Absolutely, yeah.
Looking like both Nick Nickerson and Dave Tilford, as well as Morgan Smith and Evan Dyes, both getting pretty close going up that long back stretch, but once they hit roller coaster, nothing really much doing. It's a pretty hard track to pass at with these GT3 cars. I noticed these compared to most other cars that usually race here. You'll see some Miatas all the way up to Formula 4, different things like that. There's a little bit better drafting here, but Morgan Smith getting a very nice pass on Evan Dyes going down that front stretch into turn 1 here. Evan Dyes getting a little bit of a switchback going, but unfortunately it's going to be a left-hander, double left-hander actually, coming up here. So that's going to seal his fate being behind Morgan tonight. Throw up a track map here for you so you can kind of see where they are in relation to each other.
Yep. And it looks like Morgan Smith is going to hold that position for now as they go through the S's. Almost impossible place to pass right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, sounds like maybe that was Herbert Pineda going a little bit tail happy on Oak Tree. Wonder if there was any contact to help get him spun, or if that was all just the Mustang getting a little bit too overzealous. Maybe he got on the grass there. Yep, got on the grass, and tough break for him.
Good job holding your brakes, though. It well,
not quite.
I say that, and then he goes into it.
So close. So I think he dropped back to the pits there. So tough break from him.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I'll hop back on with these guys. Nick Nickerson holding off Austin Diltz for that gold division lead. Gold Division's looking pretty spicy right now, especially with Herbert Pineda getting back into the pits. I will pull up our points as they're updated from last week, just to kind of see what we are looking at. We got Mason Smith up front with 210 points in the Platinum, Ricky Renner 4 points behind, and Clayton Montgomery in third, 32 points behind. So Mason Smith in the right position to increase that narrow lead. Gold Division, we have Herbert Pineda, Nick Nickerson, and Shane Therian. Herbert Pineda, as you just saw, crashing in the pits. So he is going to be kicking himself in the foot right there. Nick Nickerson in the prime place to go back with the lead of Gold Division. And Shane Therian not far behind in points. Unfortunately, we do not see Shane Therian in tonight. So another race where he might be letting some points go to waste. Silver Division, we have Thomas Bresci, Justin Rhodes, and Josh Anderson. And looking like Morgan Smith actually leading in your silver class. Make this a little bit easier for you guys to see. There we go. And Josh Betts in second with Josh Anderson in third place on track right now. So Josh Anderson looking like he's in the best place to score some points, get back up in silver division. And in bronze division we have Will Burrell, James Molyneux, and John Crane. And James Molyneux looking like he's in the right spot to get that lead back in bronze.
Absolutely.
So definitely going to be a little bit of a shakeup at the points tonight.
And Michael Schwartz making a move here. But James Molyneux is going to get it back. There they go, side to side.
Looking very racy down there in the bottom corner.
Yeah. So that's gonna put James Molyneux at P11, holding off Michael Schwartz for now. Clayton Montgomery right on the back of those guys as well.
Yep, absolutely. Hop on board with Clayton Montgomery for now. Kind of get a front row seat into this battle. See if Michael Schwartz can make a move on James Molyneux when Clayton Montgomery couldn't.
Yeah.
Clayton Montgomery
Clayton getting right on the back of him. Really trying to get that draft going through here.
Now, you think he's going to push him, try and get closer to James, or he's going to pass him going into
this is a sketchy place to pass. I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
Looking like he's just going to back off, maybe save some fuel. Maybe he's playing the long game tonight, trying to do a little bit more strategy called in on-track racing.
I mean, I think there typically are a lot of passes right there, but it's such a blind corner that you're coming up into. Really got to weigh your options.
Yep, absolutely. And some of these drivers, they know where to pass, where not to pass. Speaking of passing, turn 1 seems to be a pretty good spot to pass, as it looks like Michael Schwartz might be getting by James Molyneux. James Molyneux looking at a switchback here on turn 1, but Michael covering that off beautifully. So he's going to defend that position very well and keep it going into this double left-hander and into the tight section before the S's.
Oh no!
Looks like James Molyneux got a little sideways. That's going to allow Clayton Montgomery to go right on through.
Yep. That's going to put James Molyneux in P13. Clayton Montgomery is going to take that P12 position.
Absolutely, James Molyneux with a little bit of tough luck there, but he still holds on to that bronze division lead, which is ultimately what he is looking for right now.
"19 minutes in, we still got Chris Hamilton, Mason Smith, and Ricky Renner 1, 2, 3 currently just biding their time.
Mason Smith and Ricky Renner eking out that, or digging into that gap, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Christopher Hamilton. Was about 2.2 seconds when they got by Nick. Now it's 1.2. So 20 minutes in, I'd say in the next 15 minutes here, we might be seeing some very nice battles between our first, second, and third racers right now.
Absolutely, it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do for their pit strategies. Especially because we got Chris Hamilton in the mix with this race tonight at VIR.
Yep, 100%. Christopher Hamilton winning a race earlier this week, running in a different league. So he already has some of that victory taste in his mouth, and I think he wants some more.
Absolutely.
Looks like Austin Dilt's getting right up on the back of Nick Nickerson here, but he might be just doing some fuel saving as well and just letting off and maybe letting a mistake happen as one just did. Nick Nickerson getting in the grass, going a little too fast into the entrance of roller coaster, and that's going to allow Austin Diltz to say thank you very much and enjoy your day. And works out really well, as it looks like Christopher Hamilton and Mason Smith going into the pits there. I'm not too surprised Ricky Renner's still able to take that lead, falling behind Mason for that full first stint.
Yeah, Ricky, I mean, this is very typical of Ricky to always stay out an extra lap over Mason Smith. I believe that's what they did in the last race as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely, and it almost worked out for him by about 7 thousandths. It would have worked out.
Yeah.
So it looks like our leaders are starting to come back out with some pretty nice refreshed gaps there. Each pit stop taking just a little bit longer, a little bit shorter than others. Looking like about half a second variation between most of our drivers tonight.
Yep. We're gonna keep an eye on Mason, see where he comes out. Oh, Nick Terrell.
Nick Terrell is looking to make a move on Dave Tilford. Dave Tilford blocking that off very nicely. I think we're going to see some nice driving from these three here very shortly. Drivers are bumper to bumper going through the chicane section here at VIR. This is some pretty fun racing. I know these drivers might be grinning ear to ear right now. David Tilford throwing some very nice defensive lines.
There he goes. Oh, he's looking on the inside, but unfortunately he just couldn't get there.
Not quite. That's going to give Nathan Nickerson right behind a very nice drive off. Nick Terrell getting a little bit of a bad exit, so maybe that Mercedes power can be used here coming up the hill. Not quite having it as of now.
What a nice livery Nick Terrell's got there with the Spaceballs.
Yep, I do like that little callback. That was a very beautiful one. We'll hop on with a core rookie. First time I've seen the name, Yavi Sierra. I think that's how you say his name. If not, I am very sorry. He is right on the back of James Molyneux, looking to make a pass. He's already made up 9 positions since his starting, so
yeah,
he might be looking for a 10th here. And getting right on the bumper of James Molyneux. James Molyneux covering it off very nicely. Let's see if he can get the draft going down the front stretch here.
He's looking on the inside.
He's looking for it. Is there something there? James is giving him plenty of space to look at something, but looks like he was able to carry enough momentum to keep ahead. And now he's going to have that valuable position going into the S's, but he goes wide. He goes
James
wide on
goes
that
wide,
left-hander.
yep.
And that's going to allow Yavi to go beautifully right on through. James will not be very happy about that one. So he's going to try and stay on the bumper going through the S's here. Maybe make something work going up into roller coaster. So we'll hop on with Thomas Bresci, Nathan Nickerson, and Dave Tilford up front here, as these drivers are getting very nice and squirrely with each other. A little bit of a twitch from Thomas Bresci there, but keeping it under control.
It's like our leaders came out of the pits with quite some gaps.
Yeah.
We got Chris Hamilton, almost 3 seconds ahead of Ricky Rayner. Ricky Rayner about 2 seconds ahead of Mason Smith. And behind Mason Smith, Austin Diltz with about a second. And then Nathan Nickerson currently behind him.
Yep. Yeah, Nick Nickerson getting a little close to Austin Diltz there. But yeah, looking at our pit time, Christopher Hamilton, Ricky Renner, and Mason Smith throwing in almost exact pit lane times within a few tenths here. So I wonder if it was all just based off of the outlap, or if traffic was involved with some of these drivers. I don't know. But
yeah,
there is a very healthy gap now. Ricky Renner may be making a mistake. That's allowing Mason Smith to catch up a little bit. He lost about 2.5 seconds right there. So that must have been some kind of mistake there. See if we can catch what happened. Wonder if he just carried too much speed going into roller coaster, getting off track. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Did very well to keep it nice and tight. And I was into Oak Tree, even crazier. So maintaining that lead on Mason Smith, but definitely throwing more of a gap now to Christopher Hamilton. So I'll keep some eyes on that one. As we'll hop on board with Nathan Nickerson, maybe making some moves here on.
Wow. Going on the outside. Is he going to do a switchback?
Yep.
It looks like he's got the drive.
Ooh, man.
Oh. Backs out.
Yep. As that was the right thing to do. These drivers knowing exactly when to back off, when to go. That was a mistake from Thomas.
Done trying to make a move on the S's.
Yeah. It's gonna go to some grass here. Yeah, we're gonna go too wide through the S's here. This is some sensational stuff that these drivers are doing.
Back and forth.
Fender to fender, bumper to bumper. Looks like Nathan Nickerson ekes it out there.
Wow, what a move.
What a pass that we just saw from Nathan Nickerson. That was amazing work from both drivers, keeping on track and not taking each other out.
What a battle between Nathan Nickerson and Thomas Bresci going up the S's. I don't think I've ever seen anybody battle it out going up that.
Yep. I think Nathan might have some balls of steel after that one. He might feel pretty confident.
I think they heard us on the broadcast and made the decision to prove us wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't make a move going up the S's. Watch this.
Yep. As Mason Smith goes around the outside of Ricky Renner right there. Looked like that was a very easy move, so maybe some tactics going on from Ricky, wanting to save some more fuel behind Mason. That is a very interesting decision Ricky made, especially with how much he was wanting to lead these races. So curious what that's going to look like in the end here. Keep an eye on that. Everyone's starting to get a little more spaced out now. Starting to find their groove a little bit.
Yep.
Show some more love to some of our drivers. We got Josh Anderson in that beautiful Chase Decals machine. Trying to pick up some laps, pick up some positions. I think he had a little bit of a rough start at the beginning of this race, so we'll be looking to get back some of those positions from the start.
Absolutely. Speaking of Josh Anderson, who is the sponsor of ChaseDecals.com, we want to thank Chase Decals. Chase Decals creates, produces, and installs vinyl graphics for companies nationwide. They've done it all: vehicle wraps, fleet graphics, wall decals, banners, and more. Quality's in the details. They uphold the standards because they produce almost everything in-house. So if you ever get a chance, go check out ChaseDecals.com and yep.
Yeah, give him a shout out, and if you see him, thank him for getting to sponsor this. Without him, the broadcast really couldn't be done, and I don't think we'd be having nearly the field that we do tonight. So thank you very much to Chase Decals.
Nick Nickerson getting right on the back of Austin Diltz there.
He's looking pretty racy as of tonight. He lost 2 positions from the start here, so he might be wanting to make some of those back, or at least get on to 4th, get in the lead of the gold division, since this is his main rival that he is wanting to beat 4 points. As looks like Austin Diltz just goes right on off. Wonder what happened with that. He just went straight. Wonder if we were looking at a hardware malfunction right there. That is a very odd happening right there. He automatically resets back to the pits. It's a tough break from him. That's gonna sting.
That's a shame.
So about halfway into this race here, drivers are looking pretty spaced out. Is this kind of what you're expecting out of this field tonight here at VIR? Are you expecting a little bit closer together? What was what's your take for tonight so far?
It's been good. You know, we've seen some people really try to get a lot of drive out of some corners, and unfortunately have some off tracks. Just pushing a little too hard. As we see Josh Anderson, sorry, not Josh Anderson, was that?
Oh, that would be Clayton Montgomery right behind.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
I don't see anything coming out of that, so I wonder what happened with him, losing out quite a few positions there.
That's unfortunate.
Don't have anything on STK showing something happened there, but
Yeah, I don't see anything either. That's why it was so just abrupt
Yeah,
out
right.
of the blue.
He's just right there, so he's gonna try and make a move here on Josh Anderson. Up the hill, getting that draft, but as we've been
Yep.
seeing, this is just not the place to make some passes unless the driver in front makes a mistake. But can't really count on that when you're racing.
There they go across the finish line, heading into turn 1.
Yep. Looking like Clayton a little bit better on the brakes, getting a little bit closer to Josh Anderson, but not quite having it. Not having that luck and that drive that we've seen from previous races. So I wonder if the Porsche's just not quite the move here tonight. I can see that Eric Martin, the highest rated Porsche. So I don't think that car quite has the
Nickerson
pace.
trying to make a move on David Tilford there in your lower hand screen, but unfortunately it looks like he just couldn't get the just couldn't quite get in there quick enough.
Yep, absolutely. Looks like David Tilford. Nope, he's all good. I think SDK was just being a little weird.
Crazy, yeah.
Little gremlins all around today. We were very sorry about that.
Gremlins.
Smart looks here with your drivers in the bottom right hand corner. We'll do a little bit on board with Nathan tonight. Looking pretty close here. Is he going to have another look up through the S's? He did it once before.
Nathan Nickerson's on a charge tonight.
Yep. Dave Tilford knows a little bit better. He is quite good racecraft. He doesn't get too scared of drivers behind. So Nathan's going to have to really work on this one.
That is such a long straightaway, isn't it, Jack?
It's crazy. It's so irritating too because you're on there for so long, but you wonder why you can't get closer. You know, you've seen drivers get way further on shorter straights, so you could just hear it in these drivers' helmets. They're just cursing at it.
Yeah.
Why they can't get closer.
And here they go past the grid back into turn 1 for another lap.
Yep, absolutely.
Nathan Nickerson just biding his time, just waiting for an opportunity to make a move.
Yep. Absolutely, as we see Morgan Smith trying to find a way past Kevin Dyes up ahead.
Yeah.
As they go up the S's. Open it up just a bit, see if Morgan can get a good exit here. It's always really important to wait until the last moment and trying to get the most power down on that straight. Looking like Clayton Montgomery finally finding a way past Josh Anderson there. Getting that move done on that double left-hander right after turn 1.
Yep.
A very clean pass there, and looks his way to get by Eric Martin now.
Here's that pass again, just in case you guys missed it. Your lower right-hand corner. Goes right up the inside, very clean.
Yep, Josh Anderson get a little bit of a switchback, give him some hope. But having that inside on the double left-hander is always going to win in the inside driver's favor. As looks like Clayton and Eric Martin going bumper to bumper, going up this hill. They're going to be side by side. We'll hop on board with Josh.
The drag strip up to the blind turn here. Let's see what happens.
I think Clayton's going to get it. Eric's going to back out a little earlier. It's going to allow Clayton Montgomery to go right on by. And over here, give you guys a little bit of a play-by-play for the track here tonight. BIR, as it's been known to host a lot of fun car events, having the hotel right there on property makes it very easy to have events as a driver. Breaking down into turn one, gonna hug it nice and tight on there and try and open it up as best you can. You want to eventually get on the right side, open up for this double left-hander. You're going to be pinned through that first part, and Josh Anderson going a little shallower than he might like going into that second part. And now we get into some of the tighter stuff. You're going to be easy on the throttle here. It can be really easy to spin out if you're not careful. Going through that double right-hander. Now you're going to go up the rhythm section, is what I like to call it, going up VIR. You're going to be planted all the way through this fun chicane right here. And keeping in it, break it down very lightly. You want to open it up as much as you can, carry as much speed as you can right there. And Eric Martin letting by Josh Anderson right there, as allows Josh to get a little bit of a shallow entrance into that corner. So he's not going to get the drive off that he might like, but it's going to be that long straight going up the hill. Keep on going. We're going to break down right about the 2.5 mark. You're going to be breaking all the way through that left-hander into that right-hand hairpin. Start opening it up. You're going to carry as much speed on the right side here, and then break it into that left-hand kink and break it down as much as you can. And once you hit that outside part of the track, you're going to want to keep it as pinned as you can. Get as much of a drive into this front stretch as possible, and there you have your lap.
Still got a battle going on between Dave Tilford and Nathan Nickerson here.
Yep, absolutely.
Chris Hamilton still your leader currently going into the pits. Ricky Rayner and Mason Smith staying out for another lap.
Yep, getting that fuel saving still going. Looking really nice. So we'll see what that pit time looks like for these other drivers. There might be some more interesting stuff that might happen. As Michael Schwartz right behind Brady Carlson. Michael Schwartz also, I think, a new name tonight. Brady Carlson, of course, is a seasoned veteran here at Core. As of right now, your temporary first and second position, as Christopher Hamilton has an issue coming out of the pits and on his outlap. These two should be coming into the pits right about now. So we'll keep an eye on these two. Wonder if Mason Smith is going to come in early. Ricky Renner might be out for another lap. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yep.
That fuel saving really working in Ricky's favor. He got ahead of Mason the first time with this kind of strategy, so I wonder if he's able to do that again.
Yeah, we'll see as they go on their last pit stop at the 44 mark here.
Oh, absolutely. Keep a close eye on that. As Thomas Bressi and Fozzie Pizzillo getting pretty racy going up the S's. And here we come into Oak Tree. He's right on the back of Fozzie. That's looking really good for Thomas. He might be giving him a little bit of a push. Either do some fuel saving, or he might be looking for a pass here. 15 minutes left in this race, so he might be maybe fancying a pass here coming into the roller coaster section. Not quite.
Wow.
Wow,
Just
bumper to
gives
bumper
a
in the
little,
braking zone.
little tap. Yep. Just a little tiny tap.
That wasn't too much at all. That was perfect from him. So looking like Christopher Hamilton getting away with a 4-second lead on Mason here.
Yeah, looks like Fozzie's going to go into the pits.
Yep. As we should have Ricky Renner, your leader, coming into the pits now. He'll have a little bit of a shorter pit time because he needs less fuel to get to the end. So we might be seeing a pass here on Mason when he comes out.
Looks like we had a little bit of an issue with Dave Tilford.
Ooh, man.
Spinning off a little bit. That's going to allow the battle that he had with, I believe, Nathan Nickerson to go by.
Yep, I believe so. Very odd mistake there from Dave Tilford.
Yep.
As so Thomas Bressi and Brady Carlson getting together. Thomas Bressi getting by. Brady Carlson might be having some new tires right there, so that could be the reason that you're seeing that. And catch back up with Mason here. Mason looking like he's behind Ricky. Ricky coming into turn 1 already, so that overcut where Ricky pitted later ended up working really well. Looking like he got 2 seconds faster in the pit stop from both Mason and Christopher. So very well done from Ricky. Brady Carlson, Clayton Montgomery getting a little racy. Brady Carlson ending up the victorious winner here for this small battle, but Clayton Montgomery still right on the bumper of Brady. He's going to look for a really good drive out of this final corner on the front stretch to make a move on the first corner, but no, he's doing a dive right into the pits. So, unlike what we saw at the beginning with Ricky and Mason, I don't think Ricky's going to want to let Mason by this time around, even though there's a 1.8 second gap. I don't think Mason's going to want to give any of that up. He's going to try and catch up as much as he can. Ricky going to get his revenge from last week.
Absolutely, yeah. This is very typical of the Ricky Mason battle going on here, as we saw last week. We'll see if Mason can catch Ricky and make it interesting for us at the last couple of laps here, as he always does. Meanwhile, your leader, Christopher Hamilton, number 64, way out front with a 2.7 gap.
Yep, absolutely. He's looking really comfortable right now. We'll see what Ricky can do after this lap, see if he's going to put in some faster times. But as of right now, it looks like Christopher Hamilton slightly pulling away even. So keep an eye on this battle still. Ricky getting by a lap car, that would be Fozzie Pizzillo right before the S's, so that was very timely. And that's also going to give Mason Smith, oh, I was going to say it's going to give him a draft going up the hill, but Fozzie going right off track. So he's getting right out of the way.
Good job on Fozzie there for letting the leaders by.
Yep. Either, I don't know if that was on purpose or accidental, but it allowed the leaders to get by clean.
We've got another battle brewing between Evan Dyes and Morgan Smith. This is the battle for P5 in your lower right-hand corner.
Absolutely. So these two battles looking pretty good as we're coming into the final stages of this race. 10 minutes to go. Looking like Mason Smith catching right up on Ricky. That gap has definitely shrunk. Ricky, I think, is looking in his mirror a little bit more than he's looking ahead. That gap to Christopher Hamilton is starting to get a little bit bigger as well.
Yeah, this is as we come into the 10 minutes left, a little bit less than 10 minutes. This is the moment, or these are the moments that you don't want to miss. As we always see Ricky and Mason kind of battle it out all the way to the end.
Yep. Yeah, it's the entire race culminating to the last second of the race. And when we say last second, that is where it comes down with these drivers typically. So we will keep cameras on both of these battles going on. So it looks like these are going to be your main battles on screen. On with Josh Anderson real fast. Won't pull away too much, but looking like he's getting a little racy here with Eric Martin up ahead, allowing Christopher Hamilton to go right on by too. Very nice from Josh. And soon we're going to have Mason Smith and Ricky Renner come right up on him as well. Gap down to 2.5 tenths. So this is going to be anyone's race for that second place position. Looking like Christopher Hamilton is very comfortable out in the lead right now. So
yep.
I think we will be talking to him on that first place position. But right now, our main focus is with Ricky Renner and Mason Smith, as Mason Smith might be pushing Ricky up this hill.
I think maybe Mason Smith, we've seen this historically where he, tries to make a move at the last second. You think maybe he's going to try to make a move a little earlier here, not let it stretch out to the very end?
Well, as a racer, we always want to be as ahead as possible. Now, there's a little bit of mind games when you're racing with these really fast guys like Mason and Ricky. So he might be biding his time until the last second, so it doesn't allow Ricky to make a move back on him. We've seen Ricky push Mason up that hill, so he is wanting to, he doesn't want Mason to return that favor and get by him.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
He's going to be trying his best to get around this lap traffic here. Eric Martin getting out of the way very, very nicely. He sacrificed his race a little bit to allow the leaders through.
It looks like Mason backed off a little bit as you see Ricky's coming up to the lap traffic of, I believe that's Josh Anderson.
Yep, absolutely. I think he's backing off just a little bit in case something happens, but he knows that he can catch right on up with this draft here, and he still has some time. He has about 6 minutes left, 5 minutes, so he knows that it's not the end of the world if he gives up just a little bit of time right now.
Yep. Two very heated battles going on between Evan Dyes and Morgan Smith for P5 and P2 of Ricky Renner and P3 of Mason Smith.
Yep, absolutely. Let's see, get some different angles going of our battle here. See them going through this tight section right here. You know, they look like they're pretty much right on top of each other, and
Yep.
you know, it's only 0.2 of a second, so they're still hauling. They're going pretty quick through there.
Yep.
If that is only a fraction of a second
Oh,
between the two.
looks like Morgan Smith just gets into the back of Evan Dyes just a little bit as he tries to cut in on the inside.
Yep. Looking like they're still going. A lot of trust and a lot of respect shown to these racers here, having to make it work. So you'll be able to see how big VIR really is. You know, it's just such a long, fast track. You know, only one really tight section here. Everything else is pretty open. There's Mason Smith just waiting for Ricky to make a mistake, biding his time to the end. He's got 3 minutes left, so I'm thinking we have about, let's see, we're doing 144s. Yeah, I'm thinking about, you know, 3 laps left, including this one.
Ricky's last lap there was a 144.40. Mason Smith with a 144.64.
Yep, absolutely. Mason looking a little bit faster here.
Morgan Smith making the move. Evan Dyes defends him off.
Yeah, looking like he did a really good job of that, putting a small gap on him. Got Mason tailing right behind Ricky going up the rhythm section. Up VIR, going to pass that fast left-hand kink. And now we get into Oak Tree. Be able to see just how sharp that right-hander is. Right before that long straight, getting that exit, always having to be right on top of your game there. As Mason Smith looking like he's taking a peek here around the outside. Not quite having it there. I think he's just testing the waters, maybe foreshadowing a move here in a lap or two. As we'll hop on with Mason here. Looking like Barney's waving the white flag, so this is going to be your final lap of this race tonight. So this is, any time now, we might be seeing a move made on Ricky.
Yep.
And even Morgan Smith making a late lunge on Evan, so
yeah,
we'll keep our eyes peeled for these battles coming up. Brady Carlson and Thomas Bresci getting right up on each other as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of battles going on here right now on the last lap. It looks like coming up.
We'll stick with Ricky and Mason here on your big screen, but might be worth taking a peek at Brady here a little bit later once these guys finish up. This is going to be the spot where Mason is going to have to make a lunge here. This is going to be desperation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really. You get less than a tenth here. This is where he's
there
going
he
to make a
goes.
look. Nope,
Looking the
not
inside.
quite having it. So he's going to have to collect himself, maybe try and mount an attack here. Oh, right here. Looking maybe on the inside. Nope, backing out. He is driving every which way possible to get by Ricky here. As he even goes into the grass, trying to get by, saving it, but not going to get the position there. So you're going to have Christopher Hamilton as your winner tonight, with Ricky Renner in second and Mason Smith in third. So a very, very nice battle from these guys.
Yeah,
so,
Ricky just
close.
Put himself in the correct position to defend off Mason, and
yep. That was very well done from Ricky tonight. He's going to be very pleased on that. And Brady Carlson and Thomas Bresci. Brady getting really close on this last lap. So we might be seeing that Mustang power get by this Corvette. Maybe see a move here where Mason couldn't make a move. Brady Carlson snaking his way through. His last hope is going to get a good exit on this final corner here. Going a little bit wide, but not quite having. I think Thomas Bresci is going to get out on top of Brady Carlson there.
Yep.
So a very, very nice race from these drivers. And finally we got Nick Terrell and James Molyneux doing a last lap battle here. James Molyneux defending that position really nicely. Nick Terrell getting a nice drive off though. Is he going to get enough to get by James Molyneux here? It's going to be really close. Wow! James Molyneux getting it by 36 thousandths of a second. He is going to be gritting his teeth after that one. That was a finish. Very, very well done from our drivers tonight. That was really exciting to watch. As we'll start looking through here, letting our drivers kind of finish up their remaining laps, and we'll get our results pulled up here for you. All right. At your first place here tonight, we have Christopher Hamilton beating out Ricky Renner by 3 seconds, and Mason Smith just behind Ricky. Fourth place, we have Nick Nickerson. Fifth place, Evan Dyes. Sixth, Morgan Smith. Seventh, Nathan Nickerson. Eighth, Dave Tilford. Ninth, Thomas Bresci. 10th, Brady Carlson.
And in 11th place, we got Michael Schwartz. 12th, Javi Sierra, who I believe made up most positions in this race tonight. 14 positions. So good job to him. 13th, James Molyneux. 14th, Nick Terrell. 15th, Clayton Montgomery. 16th, Josh Betts. 17th, Aaron Reed. 18th, Josh Anderson. 19th, Eric Martin. 20th, Paul Bailey.
Very nice. And 21st, you have Casey Show. 22nd, John Crane. 23rd, Fozzie Fusillo. 24th, Austin Diltz. 25th, Cody Shazam. 26th, Herbert Pineda. And 27th, Alex Jaspers. And that will be it for tonight. Looking like we'll get some interviews here. I think our first one for tonight would be James Molyneux.
All right, let's get him in here.
When you're doing like half fuel like that, I think it speeds up the tire wear.
James, how you doing? Sorry to interrupt your conversation there.
Oh, shit, guys, I'm sorry. How's it going?
How's it going, James?
Welcome to the booth.
Whoops. Anyway, yeah, we were talking about tires, how long tires last on endurance races and stuff.
Uh
Anyway, I probably sounded like an idiot.
huh. No, you're fine. But hey, congratulations tonight. Um, did it
Uh,
again.
lucky
You
number
had
13.
yeah. I mean, you had a couple close battles. How was your race tonight?
Dude, that race to the finish was great with Nick. He was like, I don't know, he made up like 3 seconds at a time, and it came right down to a drag race on the final straight.
Yeah,
I was holding my breath the whole time.
yeah, that was insane. I don't even. I think you beat him out by like uh
Yeah, it was like three
thousandths
thousandths
of
of
a
a second. Yeah.
yeah, something crazy like that. We definitely got it on the broadcast, so you'll have to go back and check that out. But yeah, what a great finish for you, man. That was amazing to watch.
Thank
And
you, as always. Not
yeah,
top 10, though. Sad face.
sorry, what was that?
Yep, no top
I
10
said, not
tonight.
top 10, though. Sad
Oh,
face.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. You still went out there and you gave off some great battles and seemed like you had a really good race. And how'd you feel about the track? How do you feel about VIR? Are you one of those guys that really likes the track or not so much? Or
So I really like the track. Like, I love the track. But tonight, and in practice, I was doing great. I turned like a 45-1, fast lap. I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. And then I get here tonight, and I can't get down into a rhythm. And it was tough. It was a hard fought race the whole time. I just couldn't get the car to settle down.
yeah, well, you still came out on top, so
Yeah,
congratulations.
yeah. I mean, I'm excited about that. I think maybe, hopefully, I made up my 4 points up to Bill. So maybe it'll be a tight week next week. Hopefully, Bill will be there next week.
Yep, looking at
Yeah,
the
we'll definitely have to
points.
pull up the points and check back with that as soon as it gets updated. And
Yep.
yeah, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be really close. I mean, you guys have what, 3 more races to go, I believe. Let's see what the
Yeah, I think so.
schedule.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up
Yep,
right
you
now.
guys got 3 more races. It's Hockenheim, Indianapolis, and Motegi. So anything
Awesome,
can still happen. But
awesome. 3 tracks. I really know nothing. Well, Hockenheim, I know a little bit, but Indy and Motegi, don't know a thing.
yeah, I
Got a lot
believe
to learn in the
Hockenheim's
next
going to
week.
be in the rain as well. How do you feel about driving in that track in the rain?
Well, I always say rain is the great equalizer, and for some reason, I tend to do halfway decent in the rain. So we'll see. We'll see what it comes up next week. I got a lot of practice to do in the next week, so
Awesome. Well, good luck, and we look forward to seeing you at Hockenheim.
thank you very much.
All right, thanks, James.
All right, have a good night.
Yep, you too,
So,
man. Congrats.
all
All
right,
right.
that was James Molyneux, your bronze winner for tonight.
Yep, let's see if we can get Morgan Smith up in here for your silver division win.
Morgan, how you doing? It's Alan and Jack in the booth.
Hey, good evening, folks. Thanks for having me.
Hey, congratulations for winning in the silver division tonight at VIR. How was your race? How'd you feel?
It was good. I feel like last time I was driving in core, I wasn't as competitive as this, so it's good to come back and see that I've made some progress out in training camp.
Yeah, definitely. You had some pretty interesting battles going on there with Evan Dyes, I believe. Pretty much, I think for almost the entire race.
Yeah, my last pit cycle, I came out and had a tough lap, so he got a few seconds on me, but I was able to make him up, but he didn't want to give up the pass easy, so just rest and take it easy.
Yeah, awesome. Well, are you looking forward to Hockenheim next week in the
Yeah,
rain?
actually, this series of 3 tracks is one of my favorites, and I don't mind the rain. I know a lot of guys do, but it doesn't bother me too much, so I'm excited for it. I'm hoping to be there.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing you there. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks?
Just core and you guys over at CRN on YouTube, just for always being steady and always having a place to race on Thursday night when we're looking for something to do. So it's you guys are very consistent and the show's always great and the drivers are always as clean as we can ask. So I appreciate everything going on.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Morgan and Jack. You got anything else for him?
No, man, looked like it was a pretty smooth race. Looking like you had some fun battles there. But yeah, you covered pretty much everything. Looking good, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to you next week.
I appreciate it, guys. Have a good interview.
Yeah, you too,
All
man.
right, you too. All right, that was Morgan Smith, your silver driver for tonight at VIR. And looks like we got Nick Nickerson.
Yep, Nick Nickerson. See if we can get him in here.
All right. Looks like unfortunately I don't see him in Discord. Do you?
Take a look here. Yeah, I do not see him in tonight, so maybe he'll pop up for a last minute interview, but unfortunately we do not have him in, so let's get your third place driver in. That would be Mason Smith.
All right. Mason, how you doing? Welcome back to the booth. It's Jack and Allen.
Doing well.
Hey, great race tonight. It looked like it was down to the wire again between you and Ricky. You want to walk us through your strategy or your thoughts on your race tonight?
Well, the three tire strategy did not work out. There's too many straights, obviously. There's like 2 long straights, so I thought it would work out since there's like technical turns, whatnot, but there's just again there's like too many straights and the tires couldn't get like heat up as quick enough as I wanted to, which if I didn't, I probably would have fought with Chris maybe, but still I think ran a good race here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't be upset about P3, right? And I think you're still currently in the point standing. Let me pull that up here. Yeah, you're still currently in the lead by, I believe, see, 190, 195. Well, I think it's getting a little bit closer now, but you're still currently in the lead. Ricky's only 4 points behind you, but yeah, what's your strategy for moving on forward and defending your lead? Because we got 3 tracks coming up. Next one's going to be a rain race at Hockenheim. So what's your strategy for staying on top and keeping Ricky behind you?
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. I know Ricky is he's very good at wet races, so I'll have to do my best and if it means going to Merc for the rain or the Porsche, whatever it may be, I just have to keep up on par, and because I know Indianapolis, it's another favorite track, and then Motegi, it's a very interesting one, but I think there quite possibly would be some rain in that mix, so we'll have to wait and see here.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations on P3 tonight. Jack, you got anything else for him?
No, man. I mean, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping to see another, under a tenth of a finish tonight.
It was too hard to do that on this track.
Yeah, it was looking a little dicey. You got on the grass a little bit, were you trying to make a move on the outside there a little bit, or just got a little too much speed carried in, or
Yeah.
what was your?
I carried way too much speed there.
Yeah. Well, it was a good effort, and I'm sure we'll see you guys go back at it again next week. Can't wait to see that.
For sure, in the wet.
In the wet, yeah, it's gonna be even better. Maybe another Brazil finish.
All
All
right.
right.
Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks?
To yell on the broadcast and to the family that always watches.
All right. Awesome. Well, thanks, Mason. We'll be looking forward to seeing you at Hockenheim next week.
You're welcome.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. That was P3 for Platinum. Mason Smith. Ready for Ricky Rayner?
Let's get Ricky in here.
All right. Ricky, how you doing? It's Alan and Jack.
I'm doing fantastic. I was in the middle of buying a new steering wheel and you guys interrupted me. How do you feel about that?
I don't feel too bad about that whatsoever.
Wait, never mind. Okay, go
not
ahead with
too
your
bad.
interview. I won't hijack it.
So, congratulations. You came out P2 here at VIR. You defended off Mason again, 2 in a row that I can remember. I don't think this race was quite as close as you guys had it Road Atlanta, but still extremely entertaining. What was your strategy tonight for fending him off?
Survive.
Survive.
Survive. Actually, the first stint, I was able to save a ton of fuel and go a lap longer. So when I came out, like it was really good. Actually, I had a gap over him, and I closed the gap to Chris. And immediately, the first lap out, I got to slow down.
Oh man.
That kind of hurt.
Oh,
Then the
okay.
next lap, I got to slow down again and completely blew the oak tree corner off the track, all 4 tires, out through the grass.
Yep, we did see
And
that
I was
one.
just like,
Yep.
I had about 5 to 10 minutes of that second stint where it was full just recovery. I didn't even fight Mason. I just let him go. And I'm like, let's just recover and try to hold on here. Sometimes, man, like you get stuck in behind someone, not stuck, but like you're just sucked in there and you're just lifting, coasting, and then as soon as you get free air and you start pushing, it's really easy to like be out of rhythm. And that's what got me. And then that last stop, I was able to take a little bit less fuel, I believe, and get out with a little bit of a gap. And then, of course, we had some traffic to deal with there, which is just part of racing, but it's so hard to pass here. The key was just going through Oak Tree. The Lambo was much better. The McLaren is really on edge through that corner. And I mean, my only strategy was once we got there, just kind of slow up through that so he couldn't carry as much speed, just so that he couldn't get the run down the last straightaway, or down that long straight, because that's really about the only passing spot here, unless you make a mistake. So, but yeah, like you were saying, the 1/10 gap didn't really feel that close anymore after the last 2 weekends.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny that you talk about the car too, because I myself love McLaren, but unfortunately it's a little. I don't think it's quite the best car for this track, but I mean, clearly it doesn't matter. It's really like 99% of it is the driver, obviously, and that 1% is the car performance. So
yeah, I think some cars might be a
definitely
little
pulled it
easier
off.
to drive. Yeah, I think some cars might be a little easier to drive there or whatever, but all the cars with the BOP are like really similar in pace. Some are a little easier to drive than others, but odds are whatever car you drive the most or are more comfortable in, you're going to be faster. They can say the Merc is the fastest car there, but if you don't ever drive it, you're not going to go faster in it. And you're definitely
Right.
not going to feel comfortable in it for an hour. And that's just kind of why I went back to the McLaren. We almost drove the Merc, but I think we made a good choice. We definitely didn't lose the race tonight because of the car, so
Yeah,
but we gained some points for the championship, and that's what we needed.
Yep, exactly.
absolutely. How'd you feel about Chris Hamilton with the gap that he had on you guys just coming into this race? really kind of out of the blue.
Yeah, he drove an awesome race. He got out to an early lead and he got a nice gap there. Mason kind of got a not the best jump off the line, and that allowed Nick to get inside of us. And then Chris just kind of got a little bit of a gap and just had that breathing room where Mason had to deal with me in his trunk back there. And after he kind of realized, I think like I wasn't gonna go for a move in that first stint, we
Yeah.
started closing the gap back up a little bit. But
Yeah, it looked like you guys were catching up to him a little bit, and it was kind of slinking back and forth a little bit there.
yeah, but he kept a gap. He kept a comfortable gap the whole race, and like
Yeah.
spent plenty of laps around the track with him when he's available. So he knew what he was doing. I don't think he ever felt under threat there. So
Yeah.
props to him because that was a good race and go back to work.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
All right. You got anything else for him, Jack?
That's about it. You pretty much covered it. Yeah, I was looking for another fun finish with you guys. It was looking like it, but he got a little too carried away on the final corner there. So
Yeah, sure felt like it though.
Yeah, he was there the whole time.
Ricky, just one final question for you before we let you go. You and Mason, I believe you're 4 points behind Mason for the championship. So what's your
close.
you guys got 3 more races left. Next one's a rain race. So what's your strategy for getting them on the championship?
Hope and pray for this rain race that it goes well. Typically the rain races are a strong point for me. And then I believe we go to Indy after that, which I think everybody will probably have quite a bit of time on Indy with the Indy 6 hour also coming up. So that'll probably be a pretty close one. And then it's most likely it's all going to come down to that final race there because I mean, lately we've been, trading back and forth 1-2. The rain race, we might see Nickerson in there also, which would mix things up. But I just think it's going to end up coming down to the finale there, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, thanks, Ricky. We look forward to seeing you next week. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks?
Shout out to my buddy Michael Schwartz. He joined us tonight. Got the win in the rookie division there. Hopefully, work schedule comes around and we can see him racing the rest of the series because we just got him back in iRacing, so that was cool. Nice. Also, Nickerson out there drove that whole first stint with some wheel damage and still ended up P7. And then poor Martin, he ended up losing a position there at the end, trying to facilitate his lap traffic, so I feel bad for that. But and then Betts had a nice recovery after an unfortunate incident getting driven through. But the boys all did pretty good tonight. We all improved from our starting position. And shout out to the Nickerson family out there watching. Christian, I know you're watching this week because you didn't watch last week and I didn't have shout outs. So there you go. And thanks to you guys for doing the broadcast and the whole group for putting on the series.
Awesome. Thanks, Ricky. Congratulations. Right. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.
All right. That was Ricky Rayner, your P2 Platinum driver, currently number 2 in the championship points.
So we'll see what that looks like when this race is all said and done with points. And let's get Christopher Hamilton in here.
Yep, absolutely. Chris, how you doing? Congratulations on your win tonight at VIR. How do you feel about your race?
Oh, that was good. That was fun. I absolutely adore this track, and I don't get to run Core GT all that too often due to work. But when it does line up, I just kind of get my one out there and kind of send it.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, it looked like you were just coasting on this track the entire time. You built up a very healthy gap. And you just kind of stayed out in the front. And were you looking behind you at any time, or or was there any like second guessing about your pit strategy or anything like that?
Not really. I was at least keeping an eye out where Mason and Ricky were the whole time, just to kind of not blow it or not do it. I kind of got a little squirrely on one lap, and I lost like 3 seconds of my lead. But most of the time, just kind of maintaining, building that gap because I've had a repertoire of not of losing some out in the pits. I wanted to make sure I had that gap just to have that buffer.
Awesome. Yeah, I think you were pretty much the alien in this race. Just coming in out of nowhere and knocking everybody's socks off, which was, really awesome to see. Are you going to continue racing for the last 3 races, or is this just like a one and done for you?
It is unfortunately a one and done. My
Okay.
work schedule does not. I'm usually watching the races actually. That's why I was like, "Hey, you guys do a good job." I do watch it while I'm at work. Like you,
Awesome.
but because I'm not at work right now, I'm actually in the session. And I used to run Core GT a lot. It's just that time management just hasn't allowed me to race it. So miss these boys.
Yeah.
It's fun getting back out there. I was trying some things work that I might take with me later on. But yeah, hopefully I didn't mess up too many guys tonight.
Oh no, you were definitely entertaining to watch. So great performance, great job, just getting it out there and keeping on the track and keeping that lead. It was that's amazing. I wish I had 10% of the talent that you have. So
I appreciate that. I do race another GT3 league, actually live streamed by CRN on Wednesday nights.
Okay.
So they literally run like the exact same track and the exact same combinations, maybe just slight difference in participation, slight difference in track, but it's all GT3 same track. So I literally had a race under my belt this week on this exact combo.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, I hope you had fun, and it was great seeing you out here tonight. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks?
A huge shout out to Ryan McCauley, who painted this fun Genshin Impact Merc. I hope it stuck out like a sore thumb.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, you were easy to
Yeah.
spot.
Oh,
Yep.
that's beautiful. That is the goal
Looks
for
great.
these things. I even have like neon or lime green gloves, so that way you can see exactly what I'm doing inside the cockpit. But it was a good time. Thank you to him for doing that. Thanks for all the core guys for keeping open arms and keeping that door open for me. I used to race core a lot. It was my main series for a while until life caught up. But I appreciate that they kept me open with open arms. All the guys here, it looked like decent, healthy numbers. And thank you guys for the broadcast.
Of course,
All right.
anytime. Glad that you could show up for your one race, and congrats on back-to-back wins with us and with CSRL. Very nice to see. So yeah, congratulations.
All right, time to go do homework for the last week.
Yep, me too.
All right, thanks, Chris.
UNOH student over here. So.
Oh yeah, same.
That's awesome.
That's funny. All right, man. Well, we'll let you get to it, and congrats again.
All right, thanks, guys.
No problem.
Thank
Thank you.
All right, that was your winner tonight, one and done, Chris Hamilton, number 64.
Yep, very dominant drive. Do we have any more stragglers, or that about it for the night?
Let's see here. I think we got.
I think we were just looking for Michael and Morgan. No, we got Morgan. That's right.
Yeah, so I think it was
Nick.
just. Yeah.
Nick Nickerson. That's who it was that we were looking for.
Okay. Let's see here.
We do have Michael Schwartz in the waiting room, so we can bring him in real quick.
Okay. Oh, sorry, that was me.
Michael, it's Jack and Alan in the booth. Got a copy?
What's going on, man?
How's it going? Looking like you got the rookie division win here tonight. I know I might not say on the broadcast, but we're just holding a temporary position for Christopher. But yeah, you are first place rookie for tonight. You want to walk us through your race?
Sweet. Do I want to what the race?
You want to walk us through your race?
Oh,
tell us some stuff.
oh yeah. First, I gotta apologize. That guy, Alex Jaspers in Oak Tree. I ran it a little hot and tapped him in the side. He actually bounced right after that. I was surprised because he could have got going pretty quick. But I mean, after that, just put in laps, try to keep it clean. Um, who was I running behind? Braden Carlson. I had a good tow from him. And I was like, in between like 0.8, 1.2. I got like 1.5 and then closed in like right on him. But I mean, I was on his bumper, and I had fuel stop. And speaking of rookie, made the rookie move of not deselecting my tires for the second stop.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
that crushed me, man. It crushed me because I came out with like a 5-second gap from Braden and Thomas, and I had the pace to dice it. Not, I'm not saying I would have passed them, but like I definitely had the pace to dice with the two. But yeah, after I came out after the second stop, and I was like 5.5 back, and I just lost that toe. I was kind of in no man's land, just putting in laps myself, and I never closed the gap to battle with them, and they ended up in a good battle for their spots. But yeah, at that point, just cruised it in, put in laps, and kept it clean.
Awesome,
Yeah, you
man.
did great. I mean, you got, past James Molyneux, I believe, as
Mhm.
well.
Mhm.
How was that battle with him?
He was in. Oh man, he was like hawking me. I thought, a lot of times when you pass somebody, I don't know whether it's just mental or whatever it is, it kind of stays that way. And he fought me hard,
Yeah.
hard. He actually got back by me, and then we had a decent pace going, and I don't know if he just kind of put in a couple bad laps. I was able to get back by him, but yeah, that was cool. It was just it was kind of a nice hard fight. 'Cause like I said, a lot of times once you pass somebody, that's sort of the end of it. But we rode side by side a bit before the S's, and um, yeah, he was hawking me for a while. It was cool.
Well, how do you feel about VIR? Is this one of those tracks that are you one of those people that love it or hate it, or because it seems like this track is always on the fence with everybody?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but I don't know. I don't hate it. I was telling Renner, me and him are friends for a long time. I was telling him that when we were in practice, or no, at the beginning of the race rather, I was having like this PTSD moment after Oak Tree, and you go into the state, the long straight of just getting plowed by a GTP car in the rear end because I was doing some IMS
Yeah.
races yesterday,
I've
and
been
like,
there.
oh yeah, you know how it is, right? Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then I was, oh wait, I'm safe. I'm in a GT3. It's like, yeah, all GT3s. So, I don't mind the track, but like when you start to do multi-class, it's miserable. I mean,
Yeah.
with solo GT3s, it's cool. Like, a little tough to pass, and like if somebody gets a bad run going into S's or whatever, you're gonna lose a lot of time. And that happened at one point. I think it was behind when I was behind James and Braden was up ahead, and James just got that double right-hander. He just got kind of a bad run going to the S's, and Braden gapped us out there, and so when I finally got back by James, it took me a while to hunt Braden down. So like VIR can be tough for that. That if somebody makes a mistake and you're not in one of the areas to make the pass, you just got to suck it up and stick to their bumper and kind of roll with the pace that they got until you get to one of the passing opportunities. So that part about VIR is tough, but I don't know. I don't mind the track too much. It's not terrible.
Well, yeah, I mean, you did a really great job. You came in, P11th overall for a Ricky. That's pretty amazing. So good job,
Yeah,
man.
I'm bitter because that stupid, I earned the rookie title because that rookie move on my pit stop definitely cost me inside the top 10.
I think we've all been there. We've
Ah,
all selected something
and
we didn't mean to select, whether it's your pass repair or what,
yeah, Renner warned me about it, and I still foobarred it. So I definitely, yeah, I earned that rookie spot, no doubt. Braden earned that spot that he got, and I'm on the outside of the top 10 looking in, but maybe I'll stick it inside the top 10 on the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you feel about the next track? Is that
I don't. I need to look at the schedule. What do we got coming up?
it's Hockenheim. It's going to be in the rain.
Oh, so I was a 2020 boomer of iRacing and played that year, and I hadn't played since until about a month and a half ago. So I was on like a, I don't know, whatever that is, almost 5 year, 4.5, 5 year hiatus. And so rain is new to me. I mean, I
Oh,
still was
okay.
getting like emails and paying attention to iRacing, and so I knew that it had come out and whatnot, but I have no time in the rain. So yeah, I'm gonna put the rain tires on and be getting to work on throughout the week as much as I can, because I gotta get myself up to speed on that ASAP.
Awesome. Well, we
So
look forward
that's
to
a
seeing you
cool,
there.
yeah, cool addition to the sim that I'm looking forward to seeing. Uh, yeah, experience it, seeing how it is. Because like I said, I haven't driven in the rain since I added it.
It's fun. We hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll give it a go. See if we can keep it on the track. Yeah.
All right. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to or thanks?
Yeah, probably Renner for dragging me back in. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have got drugged back into it. And now I'm freaking, full deep into it. I I got all new equipment when I came back in and all that. So,
Nice.
yeah, we're committed this time.
Yeah, it's a drug.
Awesome.
It
Yeah,
is, man.
it is.
It's awesome. Yeah. But no, I appreciate the series. I appreciate you guys having me.
Of course, anytime.
Awesome.
All right, thanks.
No problem. You have a good one.
Y'all too. See ya.
Yep, bye.
All right. That was your rookie winner for tonight here at VIR, Michael Schwartz. All right. What'd you think, Jack?
Man, that was that was some race. You got a little flustered at the beginning there, trying to figure out your microphone, trying to plug it back in. Some mouse probably
Yeah,
chewed through your
we
wire.
apologize. Yep, we apologize to you guys out there for the no audio at the start of the race. We'll try to rectify that next week.
Yep, keep that from
Well,
happening.
from here on out, basically. But sometimes the things just happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, other than that though, yeah, it was a pretty good race. I was hoping for a little more passes coming up that long backstretch, but looking like these GT3s just don't get quite enough draft going up that hill. So yeah, but next week should be way more exciting. We'll have too much to do. Looking
Absolutely.
at all of our drivers. But no, all of our drivers did great this week. Looking like a few minor mistakes from a couple of them, but all in all, it looked like a pretty good time and a nice shakeup of points. I think we're going to see a lot of changes. So keep an eye on that, and should be a close finish all the way to the end of the year.
Absolutely. Yeah, all you Mason and Ricky fans out there, you guys make sure you guys tune in. You don't miss the next couple race, because we only got 3 more to go, and it's anybody's game. So yeah, Mason and Ricky are very close in points for the championship. I think closer than it's been for a really long time. Isn't that correct?
I think so. And yeah, the overall points are looking really close, and even most of our divisions, I've seen, the points differences 50 points in some of them. So the fact that we're all, I think, under only a few, I think there's like a maximum of 10 points here or there. So it's going to be coming really close. I think this final race at the end, our 2-hour endurance, is really going to shake it up with double points.
Yeah, look at in the gold division, we got Nick Nickerson and Herbert Pineda. Herbert Pineda is only 6 points behind Nick Nickerson. In silver, Josh Anderson is 3 points behind Justin Rhodes. And in bronze, I believe Bill Burrell and James Molino are currently tied right now. I'm looking at the updated points. I don't think those are quite updated yet, but.
All right.
But yeah, extremely close. So it's still anybody's game. It's not over till it's over, but it's gonna get really, really tight and really interesting here very quickly.
Yep, exactly. I'm really looking forward to these last few races of the season. Yeah, it should be a good time. But we thank everyone else for coming out to watch and support our series. And we hope you have a good night, good week, and we'll see you back next Thursday.
Yep. Thank you guys. See you next week.